Scott Narver.
Yes, Jake Lloyd Bacon.
Is there anything worse than tuning into a podcast that you like about some sort of silly pop culture and having the hosts, completely uneducated on the subject, start talking about politics?
Only one thing worse.
Oh, what's that?
People talking about personal love affairs of people they don't even know.
Linda McMahon's role in the cabinet and Vince and Linda's separation today on Pro Wrestling Palskis. Hey, Scott Narver.
Hey, Jake Lloyd Bacon.
Hello to everybody tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the PWP. And a very special thanks to those joining us live via the super exclusive patron-only live stream. You really want to get in on the live stream. That's the best way to interrupt the show with all of your own bullshit.
Yep.
Instead of just hearing our bullshit.
And it's the only way to just demand that we also make the viral Matthew McConaughey tuna fish sandwich.
Clearly, the virus did not reach me. What?
I think it did. Check your stomach in the pre-show. Come on, the Matthew McConaughey tuna fish sandwich that everyone's making, everyone's talking about. Bert Kreischer damn near lost his mind over it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You must be in New York time. I swear
What?
with this guy.
I don't know. It's the first I'm hearing about
I don't think you could handle it.
All right. I do. I like a tuna fish sandwich.
Do you? It has to be good tuna. It can't be just shitty tuna.
Oh, I think I only like the shitty tuna is my guess.
Oh, that's probably true.
I like garbage tuna.
Yeah.
I just want tuna that's like
You and Jessica Simpson.
Parts. It's chicken of the sea.
Chicken of the sea.
Now that I remember, that's a cultural reference from 22 years ago that I will recall in vivid detail.
Would that be a deal breaker for you? Like if that
Jessica,
was,
if someone was that stupid,
if Alexander just like, boom, you're married, like it happens. And then just, because that was a few months in, right? It was the whole time frame of they're newlyweds on the show, right?
I don't remember that detail. I don't remember.
Nick Wayne and Jessica Simpson.
No, Buck. Nick Buck from the Young Bucks.
Well, okay. I was also going AEW reference.
I don't even know who Nick Wayne is.
I know.
So I was like, I have to make this relevant to me.
Nick Wayne, Buck, and Jessica Simpson are married for a couple months, and then they're having their meal, and then she busts out with the chicken in the sea. It's chicken. It's not tuna.
That I do recall.
If Alexander busts that out, it's something to that level where you just go, oh, Jesus. No, that's not even close.
There was something recently that she said, and I just looked at her and went, oh, you're pretty. At least you're pretty. And she knew it in the moment. And I wish I could remember what it was.
Oh.
No, it was she said something that was like, and I think she even realized after the fact, like, I don't know why I said such a dumb thing. But no, it wouldn't.
I love you.
It wouldn't be a deal breaker because she's so pretty. I do have this very brief anecdote about a date that I went on. And when I say date, it was I was working at the comedy store.
Those.
I did a show at the comedy. No, I'm sorry. It wasn't the comedy store. It was at the Improv on Melrose.
Good. That changes everything.
It was just a memory I had. I did a show at the Improv in Melrose,
okay.
And it was like a friend of one of the other comics who showed up.
Not a comic, a friend of a comic.
Friend of one of the other comics on the show.
So not funny human being.
And we were kind of flirty, and like she was cute, but I felt like maybe she was a little bit younger than me at the time, but I was still like, she's cute and whatever. And I was recently heartbroken and in LA and single. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I'm really hungry. Do you want to go get something to eat? And I was like, sure. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And so we went to Mel's Diner. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other places that's still open at that point.
In Hollywood.
And I was like, it was like during the walk, I immediately was like, oh, there's no chemistry. There's like, this is a person like it.
You lost it on the walk?
It became so abundantly clear so quickly that I did not want to be spending the rest of my evening with this person.
Wow.
And that was just like, but that was like the seed.
That's weird. I have that in episode 1 of our podcast.
You're having it right now all over again.
Yeah.
But then it was just sort of like a seed, and it might have just been that I was like really tired. I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'm not really feeling like going out tonight. But then we sat down to order, and she ordered herself a burger, and she said, but no salad. And they said, oh, it comes with fries. And she said, no, like the salad that's on the burger.
The salad that's on the burger.
And I knew immediately what she meant. She calls lettuce salad. And I looked at my phone and pretended that I had to go pick a friend up, and I had to go back to the Improv and get my car, and I just cut it short right then and there.
You didn't ask for the potato farm to go?
That was a deal breaker in that moment for me in that very specific period of time. But thinking lettuce is called salad was enough for me to go, yeah. I don't know.
Was she a big gal?
No.
Okay.
Not that I recall.
Okay. It's weird that I also had
Salad.
going to Mel's and then
Oh, really?
a whole
Leaving? Was the same person?
No, like that. It blossomed into something.
Oh, okay, great.
Wow. That's
that's a rough one.
Salad is a rough one because
you know, the salad on the burger. And then I saw the waiter go like, the lettuce? Like it was the face
that's up to 4 things. It's
Right.
up to 4 things.
Right.
A pickled cucumber,
Right, exactly.
tomato, onion,
Do you think that,
and lettuce.
unless you think like ketchup is called?
Tomato, you could get, you do the fruit argument.
Sure, but also
So
like,
3. It's 3 things. 3 things that are
right.
the salad.
Even
which would
if-
make a terrible fucking salad.
Even if the argument was that a salad is just lettuce and tomato, still
Not a good
2
salad.
items does not a salad make.
No.
Anyways, this is welcome to Red Flags with
Yeah.
Scott and Jake.
That's all I'm doing these days. Red flags on the old Tinder.
Hold
Hold on. From the pre-show, we have an update.
Oh yeah, my cousin texted me nearly immediately and said
We discovered that Jake has another cousin
and
who's referred to as PJ.
yeah, I was gonna not give them this. I was gonna force them to. I was gonna give them no backstory, so they go, "Oh, I gotta get that Patreon."
No,
and
we
listen to
gotta
the pre-show."
give him in on something.
Okay, it was.
And I gave him a nickname.
Yeah, I never even thought that my cousin PJ stands for pajamas. It never occurred to me in 42 years. And so I simply just
You're
wrote.
53.
I only met him that late in life. You've been referred to as Cousin Pajamas on a podcast, and I will be keeping it. You were questionable about how soon he would get back to me.
Yeah.
He got back to me. Let's see. I sent it at 1:29. He got back to me at 1:33. So 4 minutes. And he just said, I'm okay with it.
Goddamn right you are, pajamas.
Hey, you know what we haven't done yet? Acknowledge the current PWP champ, AJ0314, aka Binary. Look, I'm looking at his name. I'm looking at it. See it?
Up in the lights.
There it is. No, because he's right there, because it's on the screen.
Right.
Like they see it in the video. You guys, you got to really watch the video version of the show because it's really it's the full package.
Do you have
We're
the chat up?
proper entertainers. Yeah, the chat is hopping right now.
You don't have it up.
Are we live?
You don't have it up.
No, I do. It's right here.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks different. That's why.
In any case, if you want to challenge AJ0314 to become the champ in December, well, we're recording that episode today, so it's too late. But still become a patron. Best way to support the program, and it keeps us a going.
And we're gonna have exciting stuff announced soon
Yes.
with our Patreon. We're gonna be retooling some things. Some things are changing, but overall things are for the better.
Absolutely.
And no loss of content. So
No,
there's that.
there is that. So Scott, what's going on in the world of wrestling?
You know, bit of a slow news cycle for us, but we got some choice stories nonetheless. Do you know about this WWE ID?
I have seen people posting about it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've like read the article on exactly what it is. So can I just tell you what I think it is?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
What I think it is,
Mhm.
it's WWE essentially getting ahead of bringing in indie wrestlers and then wanting to change their name for legal purposes. That's what I think it is. I think it is like,
That's what the idea is about.
yeah,
Your identification.
exactly. I think it's like, oh, you're on the indies right now and you're wrestling as fucking, as Scott Narver, the body carver. Well, we're going to give you
Narver the body carver.
Yeah, we're going to give you the name Scott Narver, the body carver. Right now, we're going to do everything we can to create contracts that we can use that in perpetuity.
Yeah.
And you think it's great because it's like, great, my name is getting out there, but ultimately we will make more money off you in the long run.
Yeah, but I have a
what I
match with
think it
John
is.
Moxley and GCW.
Doesn't
For that
matter.
18 people coming up.
So you'll still be Scott Narver, the body carver
Yeah.
in that, but also will make a little money maybe. That's what I think it is. I think
Sadly,
it's literally
I'm
just
carving my own body
Oh, okay.
because I'm not good at it. I think you're probably right.
Oh, so you also don't know? I thought you were going to
Well, there's the
us.
NIL program, right?
Next in line.
Where they're getting all the college athletes and all that stuff. And flawless so far. Gable Steveson, number 1 pick. Everything went great.
My favorite part of this is the very, very easy joke of, hey, how many people did this make into stars? Nil. It made exactly nil.
Hey, it's the same as Tough Enough. These big spotlights on, this is what we're doing. We're going to let everyone know. We're going to be out in the open about it, and we're going to find the next star, and you're going to see it from the ground up. Doesn't fucking work.
I have a theory, though.
Austin theory?
No. That tough enough means, are you tough enough to lose a reality show?
Yeah.
Because if so, you might get a contract.
Yeah, then you might.
Because I feel like it's only the people who have lost that show that go on to like do anything in the company for any extended period of time.
Yeah, Maven and Nydia, the first 2 winners of it, had it going for a while,
Sure.
but the follow through wasn't there. They never picked it back up. And I'm not putting it on Nydia and Maven
Right.
by any stretch.
Sure.
I'm putting it on WWE to just go
Right.
like, if you invest that much in somebody with TV time. But yeah, Josh Matthews didn't win.
Nope.
Long career within the industry, on commentary,
Yeah.
as an interviewer, as a producer, fucking John Morrison,
Yep.
The Miz.
Yeah.
I mean, who else?
I'm sure
Andre
there's
the
others.
Giant.
Really?
was-
Andre
yep.
was in Tough Enough?
Yeah, he sure was.
And he didn't even win.
No.
Who beat Andre?
Well, he shit the bed.
Literally?
Literally.
It was one of the big houses that they store. That they
Mhm.
store everybody.
Like,
in.
Andre shit in my bed.
You know, where they store the wrestlers.
Yes. They store them. John
Wait a minute.
Big
Okay.
Burke.
Okay, hang on a second. Let's fuck the news. Screw this. Let's do Tough Enough
We got
of
we
the
still
late
got
70s.
Okay.
Okay.
70s.
It's that, or whenever when would have Andre been in Tough Enough? I don't know his life story enough to.
Well, ask Bill Simmons and his guy. I don't know. Let's just say 70s.
Okay, great.
It's wrong.
Okay.
We know it's wrong.
Yeah,
We're
and I
just
don't-
putting it in the 70s.
I don't even know who wrestled in the
because
70s
TV
anyway, so-
was invented then,
Sure, yeah, everybody
Right?
knows. Yeah, that's when TV came
just
out.
before cell phones were invented.
Yeah, TV and the Beatles came out at the
TV.
same time.
Yeah.
Who first off, who are other members of the Tough Enough that Andre is in there with?
Stan Hansen,
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
because the producers wanted him.
Right.
The show, he's like, he's
Right.
a crazy redneck guy.
Right, totally.
We got to get him in there.
Yeah.
Pat Patterson.
Okay. All right. Sure.
See who else? Superstar Billy Graham
Okay. And who else?
and Tony Atlas.
Who won? Oh, and Tony Atlas. I was
Yeah.
gonna say who won it?
Tony Atlas.
Tony
won.
Atlas won it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have made sense of the era. Yeah.
Controversial though, once
Right.
they found out about the foot stuff.
Right. Now can you maybe this is a bad prompt. Maybe this is going to be offensive and
you-
inappropriate, but I'm going to commit to it because
That's why we're here.
ultimately it's going to be your problem, not mine. Can you
You think I check social media? I don't
can
give
you
shit.
can you do an impression of Tony Atlas finding the shit that Andre left in the bed?
He shit in my bed.
Thank you very much. And now wasn't that the same thing that the Johnny Depp case was about?
Yeah.
So Andre and
Amber Heard, little known fact, a daughter of Andre the Giant.
I thought you were going to say like somebody else. Amber Heard, daughter of Billy Heard.
No, just one of those like on the road, things happen on the road.
Right.
You don't talk about
Right.
it.
No, that's fair.
Amber Heard, yeah.
Okay, so anyways, what's going on with the WWE ID?
WWE ID deals.
Or weed, as I like to call it.
Weed. The deals, they keep on coming. They've had the latest announcement was of indie star Kylie Rae.
Kylie Rae, one
Is
of
on the list.
Okay, and is that one who it's one
She's
word?
not a daughter of Andre
Kylie?
the Giant.
Kylie is one word,
Yes.
one name, and Ray's other.
Yes.
Because there was a while we've talked about this on the show where there was like Kaylee Rae,
Oh,
Kaylee,
yeah.
Kylie,
Bailey.
and they all had kind of the same name, but
And half of them were the same gimmick.
but in some of them Lee was a middle name, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's now you're throwing the whole-
Wesley, Leo Rush,
Yeah, this is too much Lee's, bro.
Bobby Lashley. Is crazy. Shelty, Benji,
I don't think there was a single Lee in that entire
I
name.
don't know what you're talking about. MVP. So she is the latest on the list. I think she was, if memory is correct in this, the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. She was one of the first people announced as on the roster for the women in AEW.
Right.
And I think there was like a press conference there. I was there for it in Vegas, and like someone proposed, and she was a part of it.
Right.
Like she knew about it, and
Sure.
like the husband, the soon to be fiance was
Right.
like, "Can I ask a question, Kylie?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, come on up." Like, why don't you come up on the stage? It's hard to see you.
Right.
And then he comes up and proposes, and then they all love Kylie Rae.
Right.
And then shortly afterwards, she retires. And people are going like, "What the fuck was
Wait a
that?"
minute, how is she getting a WWE ID contract if she's retired, Scott Narver? She clearly doesn't wrestle ever again.
No one retires in wrestling. And she did come back. I think she worked with TNA for a little bit and other stuff. So hopefully this is great for her. But there's a list of people that they've got going on here, and we got some fun and funny names.
Jericho bought the list back.
Well, I think he had to pay off more than that with Kylie Rae, as the rumors go. But I'm curious if you know any of these names.
Okay.
And if you want to adopt any of these names.
Great.
And who are you most excited for? So we got Kylie Rae.
Okay.
Ricky Smokes.
We already have a Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
And a Ricky Dice.
And we have a Zoe Starks.
Why do we need a Ricky Smokes?
Because he is the smoke. That's who.
That's who the Street Profits have been after this whole time?
Yeah.
We want the Smokes. They just
Yeah.
keep leaving off the S.
Yeah.
So okay, keep going. I don't want to derail it. I mean, I do, but.
Aaron Rourke.
Oh my God.
Rourke's a bad
Now,
last
when
name.
did we talk
wrestling.
recently about doing a tongue twister bit that we're going to do? Because I
Yep.
feel like that's mine's going to start with. Say it again.
Aaron Rourke.
Oh, that's the rural juror.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rourke.
Brad Baylor.
Oh, Bailey? Brad Bailey?
Uh,
Brad Cayley? Brad Baylor.
Jackson Drake. Nothing wrong with last name Drake at this point, right?
Sure.
It's well searched. Sean Legacy.
Meanwhile, Eli's like, I couldn't be fucking Eli. But he could be Jackson. This is fucking bullshit. Who was the last one?
That was Jackson Drake. Or sorry, Sean Legacy.
His last name is Legacy?
Yeah. Cappuccino Jones.
Oh, fuck. A+ name for Cappuccino Jones. That sounds like one of our dogs.
I hope he's really sluggish.
I got to write Cappuccino Jones down. That's a good dog name for us.
Zeta Steel. That one's acceptable to me.
Zeta
I like
Steel
that.
sounds like that's like a very fun like 80s.
American Gladiator.
Yeah, exactly. It has exactly, and I like it.
Bryce Donovan.
That's not bad. That's a good name. That sounds like a classic boxer. Sounds like an old Irish boxer.
Marcus Mathers. Not Jerry Mathers. He's not the Beaver.
Wait, say it again.
Marcus Mathers.
It's supposed to be like Marshall Mathers, like Eminem.
I don't know.
Is he like a little skinny white dude with bleached blonde hair?
Who isn't in independent wrestling?
That's fair.
Freedom Ramsey.
Okay. I'm noticing a theme here.
What is that? Shitty
That-
independent names?
Everybody has a regular name and then a name that's not a name.
Oh, like Freedom, regular name.
Yes.
Ramsey. What is that?
Right. No, I was ending you realizing that you were doing a bit I wasn't even meaning. I was like, yeah, no, exactly what you're saying is what I mean.
Yeah.
But a lot of these are like a normal name and then a name that shouldn't be a first or last name.
It's like everyone's getting ready to be in the NXT system. They're
You're
going,
right.
well, if I just
Right.
get one stupid name that I can get rid of,
Sure.
that's fine. I
Right.
have one of my family's names in there too. Jack Summit, AKA Jack Cartwheel. I didn't know they were on our Patreon. And we're really mailing it in that week.
We're just calling him Jack Cartwheel. That's your retribution. He comes pre-retributioned.
We got another one like that. It's Gal, AKA, now all in caps, Gal.
It's Gal?
Yeah,
Is that like the Dragon Wagon Radio social media handles? It's Dragon Wagon?
could be, but then also just known as in all caps again.
Gal! You have to say it like that.
I don't know. That's not a good one. That's bad. Zara Zacher. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. Ice Williams.
These are bad names.
Zoe Sager.
I feel like there's so much repeat.
Aaron Roberts.
Aaron Rodgers?
Jordan Oasis. which
That's unique. It's not good. It doesn't roll off the tongue, but it's unique.
we know what's going to happen with that one.
He's just going to end up being called Wonderwall.
No, they're going to flip it.
Yeah,
Oasis Jordan. And then they got their
That's good,
19th OJ.
Also, but that's also a great first name. This is Oasis is a good name for a dude.
Oasis is a good name.
That's a fun name. Also, since Odyssey is not going to be around anymore, it kind of also has the same vibe.
Sure. Quitter.
That's not okay.
So yeah, that's
Okay.
those are the ones to look out for.
All right,
All of them future WWE superstars. Nothing could go wrong.
You asked me who my favorite is.
Yeah.
And I already forgot the first name because they're all
Kylie Rae.
a generic name and then the fun one. Like that, they're all like the fun, silly thing that you're going to remember and then a name.
Ricky Smokes.
Ricky Smokes is a good one, but Baylor.
Brad Baylor.
I'm going to assume that it's like the 80s where everybody had a job and he's a hay baler and he's going to come out with a big bale of hay on his shoulder, right? And he's going to be dressed like one of the Godwins.
Sure.
Or as I referred to them on the watch along, the O'Godwins when they were Irish, apparently.
Yeah.
And he's just going to have a big old bale of hay and he's going to be like, hey, my name is Brad Baylor.
Oh.
I'm Baylor. And his finisher move is going to be called the
Hey Bale.
The hay bale. Yeah. The bailout.
Well, he's got to call it out because that's how you get over with big finishing moves. You go, hey,
and then they all go bail, and then halfway through his contract, WWE goes bail, and then they just fucking leave.
We wish you well on your future bailing endeavors.
Oh man, that's there's some names in there that have promise, and when I say some, I mean literally 3.
I mean, we shit on all this in a joking way, but that's great news for all of them.
Oh,
It's amazing.
So now this means if they get signed to NXT, wherever, like these will be their names in the company. They're right. Like that's what this is about. It's about like,
I don't know,
establishing the brand.
It's a different regime now. I don't really know. I can certainly see some of them. They'd be like, look, you got in here with this name. We have a different idea for you. We've talked to you. We've worked with you. I know you came up with what you came up with on the indies. Right. That's nice. But in the old school of wrestling, we give you fucking gimmicks sometimes when we see what you can tap into. And I'm sorry, Sean Legacy, that doesn't work.
But there's also we've got, don't we still have, maybe, I don't know, I've been watching Legado del Fantasma. So there's a legacy there. We have the group Legacy that existed.
Sure.
Like there's already so much legacy.
Yeah, you got to rename half these people Braun.
Wait, what's his first name? What's Legacy's first name again?
Sean.
So call him Sean Legs. That's what his name's going to
Sean Legs.
Sean Legs.
Oh, that guy from the Casino Battle Royale.
Fucking son of a bitch.
All right, up next, WWE files to trademark Edge.
Wait, they didn't have Edge trademarked? Why isn't he using it in AEW? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. You said AEW's filing the trademark.
No,
you said WWE.
I said WWE. Because WWE lawyers aren't busy enough. WWE, through attorney Lauren A. Deans Midland, filed to trademark the name for wrestling purposes on Monday, November 19th, 2024, according to documents available on the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office website. The purposes of the filing are stated as, quote, wrestling exhibitions and performances by a professional wrestler and entertainer rendered through broadcast media, including television and via the internet or commercial online service, providing wrestling news and information via global computer network, providing information in the fields of sports via an online community portal. So is this a dick move or does this make sense?
I mean, it makes sense because isn't it about using Edge for all of the things that aren't on screen? Like, isn't this for like the mobile games and for like the 2Ks of the world and all that stuff?
And their history. And
yeah.
I assume it's just forever in profit, right? Like it's forever they're making money off of it.
And that's the thing is
not
like,
just, they can show whatever they want.
Right. But like when we open up the encyclopedia and you go to fucking Gangrel and it says like Gangrel, trademark of whatever the fuck his name is. I forget his name. Brian Howlett, something like that.
Something I want to say.
Heath Slater. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's to prevent that shit. It's so that like he can't
profit off of it.
Yeah, exactly. They came up with it. He can't use it elsewhere.
Or did they? According to an interview from Fox in 2022, Copeland spoke about how he came up with the name. Quote, I actually came up with Edge. I would have preferred Adam Copeland, but that wasn't the way it really worked then, right? I was doing dark matches and Don Callis and I were driving in the radio station they're listening to, it was in Albany, and it was Edge 10 something. And growing up in Toronto, Edge 102 was always one of my favorite stations.
So if he came up with it while he was contracted by them, they could make an argument that all IP, all intellectual property that, comes from them, they can make an argument that's like, that's our thing. Like, you were working for us at the time. You were writing for us, even though they're not paid as writers. I mean, I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying this is if I was
that's what WWE's argument
if I was the lawyer, that
or
might
that's
be the
Edge
argument.
and Don Callis' argument.
No, that might be the WWE's argument.
I
Is that
see.
like you were under our contract, but maybe he wasn't dark matches. Maybe he was just like, yeah, show up. We'll throw you $20.
It was Sexton Hardcastle.
Yeah, fuck, that was a great name.
So yeah, that's just one of them tricky things, right? Because it's been so long. The dude's rich. WWE's rich.
Also,
what do you do at this point? It's hard to side with either one in my opinion, because he's still going. He's still wrestling. He's Adam Copeland. I don't think that hurts him in any way.
and clearly that's what he said he wanted in the first place, to wrestle as his name.
Right?
But also, I don't think that there's any bad blood between the two. Like,
I don't think so either.
So I feel like
But that's how it starts in wrestling, right?
That's
like
a good point,
somebody
yeah.
does something and then
Right.
it's, oh, well, they got heat with me, brother. That Edge, Adam Copeland's now going like, oh man, I tell you, that Lauren A. DN's Midland, if I see her anywhere, oh, we got heat.
right.
That's just one of them tricky things, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
that's-
someone's got to own it. What? U2's going to have it? No. Stupid.
He's the Edge.
Yeah.
So therefore, there's no discrepancies between the two.
None whatsoever. Next up, CM Punk.
That was a very good critic you did there just then.
Oh, thanks. CM Punk labeled for new sci-fi scripted series. Announced by Variety, Punk, aka Phil Brooks, will be joining the cast of Revival, a television horror series that will air on Sci-Fi and that is currently in production in New Brunswick, Canada. It's based on the Image comic series of the same name. The character Punk will play was not announced, nor was the anticipated release date. News comes a month after he was announced for a key role in the horror movie Night Patrol. Also, I watched this movie this past week. Punk appeared in this year's Let's Start a Cult movie. Have you seen
Okay.
that? Do you know
No.
about that?
No.
Oh my God. I've forgotten to post the trailer in our Discord. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
You must know the comedian Stavros.
Yes, I know that guy.
What's the last name?
I don't know.
Have you yet to retain it?
I know it. Yeah.
Fucking great. Like, he's one of the writers in it, one of the producers of it. It's starring him.
Okay.
Punk's in it. He's got a great part. Everything about it, it's just fun. It's those kind of comedies that I love.
Right.
Stavros gives it 150 fucking %. He is so committed.
Yeah.
Punk is into it too.
Nice.
He's not in it a great deal, but it's
And I'm assuming it's a primarily comedy.
yes,
Yeah.
it is 100% a comedy.
Let's Start a Cult, it's called.
Yes,
That's fun.
Highly recommend it. Super fun. Don't watch it with your parents. But Punk is
Unless
landing
you have
roles.
super cool fucking parents, bro.
Yeah, even then, there's gonna be parts where you go, "Wish I wasn't watching this with my parents." He's also in Heels. That's on
Right.
Netflix.
Yeah,
And so Punk is signed with Paradigm Talent Agency this summer
Paradigm.
with the goal of expanding his presence in entertainment, and it looks to be working.
I mean,
Are
he's
you with Paradigm?
talented? No.
Is
I'm
that
currently available once more for a theatrical representation.
You're a free agent.
I am a free
You could
agent.
be in
theatrically.
WWE ID.
Not commercially. Commercially, I'm all tied up.
Oh, that shit's.
I've got
confusing.
under contract, but I'm officially a free agent theatrically as of around this time last year.
So if we get everybody who's listening to tag Paradigm on social media
And they'll go,
and to tag Jake Lloyd Bacon and say, "Boom, next signee."
they'll be like, who the fuck is this guy and what has he done?
Exactly.
The-
How did you pass them by? That's what they'll be saying. Like, how the fuck did that happen?
It's true. I will say I'm getting a lot more auditions now. I think I'm finally aging into my behavior.
Yeah. You're a senior citizen.
Yeah. I think I've always been a senior citizen, and now
Sure.
I'm finally starting to look like it. And so therefore it's finally my appearance starting to match how I act.
Yeah.
Whereas when I was, 27 and I came in and people were like, who's this 40-year-old douchebag
With all
In
these
this-
CM Punk tattoos.
in
all
this
over.
audition?
Paradigm, Jake Lloyd Bacon, match
think-
made in heaven.
I think I think Punk is he's at that point where it's like maybe you're not going to go full Batista on us,
No.
but I feel like you could definitely have a decent post wrestling career.
Yes.
If you wanted in probably niche movies and horror stuff, which is what you like.
He's been doing a lot of horror stuff.
Yeah.
With the sisters,
Soskas.
Soska?
The Soskas.
Soskas.
Yeah.
He's done some of that. He did the Cronenberg remake of Rabid.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a couple lined up here. He's getting in the comedy group now. Because I'll say this, and I hate to critique his performance because he's into it.
Right.
Like he's got a bit of an accent. He's doing something.
He's committed.
He's trying to get into a character.
Right.
It's not fully genuine yet. Like this
Right.
is the actor snobbing me.
Right, sure.
He's more the caricature of it.
He's doing a shtick.
He's doing a bit of a shtick.
Right.
But he's into it.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I give him that.
Also,
that's fine because he's breaking out of what it is, and you got to try it in order to get better at it.
and if the movie itself is a comedy, then you can get away with a little bit more of that than it was like, oh, I'm doing it. If he was like, I was casting as lead in the lead of this movie called The Whale, it would be a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not reliant on him for that. He's a fun addition in all of it. So I'm glad to see that he's trying and doing that stuff.
Right.
Rather than just not. And I'm always just cool guy Phil. Like, no, he's having fun.
And to be associated with something, he's such a comic book nerd, and he wrote for Marvel. Like, like to be involved with something inspired by this Image comic, I'm sure that's fun. Like, he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, he's having a good time. WWE Network sets shutdown date as Netflix launch news.
This should have been the lead story of the day. I read about this just yesterday.
Did you? You read?
I saw a tweet. This is like kind of sad. I got a little emotional. It's the end of an era.
It already happened to us.
I know. It already happened to us. I know.
We've already been dealt that blow.
I know. But it just feels like I don't think anybody will ever give WWE credit for being so far ahead of the rest of the entertainment industry in regards to creating a service exclusively for of the direct sale to the customer.
I love how you yourself also just didn't do it.
How?
I don't think anyone will ever give them credit. As you sit there like, well, I'm not doing it either.
No, that's implied in my statement is I am giving them credit.
No, it isn't.
That is the implication is that this is the truth that I'm saying.
Darling, I don't think anyone's ever going to give you credit for how beautiful you are.
Do you see how he's fucking gaslights me on this fucking show?
Boy, those dishes are dirty.
They were pioneers of selling direct to customer in the streaming space. And I think that, all of the Disney Pluses and the fucking Paramounts and everybody with their own proprietary fucking app, like WWE was the very first thing I signed up to that wasn't Netflix. That wasn't like, oh, this is the aggregate. This is the town hall where all of the different companies will sell to.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it's like, this is the place where you find our material and our art, and that's exclusive to us. I think that they're fucking ahead of the game.
They've constantly been ahead of the game.
Yeah.
With closed circuit, with pay-per-views.
Sure,
and to even sever the ties and go like, yeah, we're not doing pay-per-views anymore. Like, hey, we're fucking built in together. This is simpatico. Like, nope, we're doing the network. And it's so bizarre that then the network goes away. Yeah. That is all their own content. That is theirs and continues. It's not like it wrapped up. It's like, well, WWE's over.
Right.
So we're not going to keep the network going. We're just going to sell it off to whoever wants it. And
the highest bidder.
Going like, it's fucking going.
Do you think that
of all the times when people would pay for the network because it's hot again?
Right. Do you think that if Vince wasn't in control through that whole stage and that there wasn't all this other shit that WWE was dealing with, that that they wouldn't have made the Peacock deal, the NBC Universal deal?
No, I think that it was always inevitable.
Yeah. I mean, just especially because the amount of money that was spent on it is just, how do you turn that down? Like argument can be made of like, yeah, why would you keep the network? Like it's bad business at that point.
When it wasn't doing great.
Right.
I see why. And they've always, from what's always been talked about and what it's not really a secret is they want to always be mainstream. So if they're lumped into Peacock and it's right there with other sports and other mainstream shows, they're mainstream.
When it's like, oh, I'm going to turn this app. It's going to be Saturday Night Live and then Survivor Series right next to it. It's like, that's
well, people will watch us then.
Right. Yeah.
But if you were just on your own network and people don't watch, why would they pick up? Why would they just
it? Go through all that trouble. No, that's a fair assessment. But I don't know. It's sad. I mean, the network at its best, was like one of the most fun, comprehensive libraries.
Yes.
And the
Well laid
ability,
out.
the ability to search within individual programs was amazing. The
Yep.
ability to search for certain superstars, and also the fact that they had indies, they had Evolve on there, like they had stuff on there that was like, hey, I wasn't expecting this. I was only expecting the WWE.
I won't
shit.
watch it, but that's fun.
Occasionally, but also
Scroll.
it was the outlet for the success of NXT, like the early days of NXT. It wasn't for the network. NXT UK wouldn't have been prominent for the few year, maybe 2 years, whatever it was, that it was fucking really doing really good stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
I will think back on the network and go, good job. Money well spent. There was never a month where I went like, fuck, I should cancel that $10. It was always so cheap and affordable.
Yeah, you loved it when they first went to Saudi. You're like, I'm doubling down. I'm buying networks for everybody.
You were like, I'm going to give you my credit card number. Charge whatever you want.
Hey, Prince, have yourself a day. So let me read a little bit more of this, what this article says, because it gives us a little bit more insight as to what's happening with some of the shows internationally and here.
Yeah, because we've got listeners like Mickey Bell and Gibraltar who still use the network, I assume.
Right.
Through
with like twigs and sticks and stuff. I don't know what Gibraltar's like. I don't know.
They
if
don't
it's a
have
functioning
technology
city.
there.
Oh shit, that's so sad.
What happens is they have to call somebody on a landline telephone.
Oh no!
In the States, that person has to tell the person on the phone in the States has to tell the guy in Gibraltar on the phone what's happening. He then yells it out to performers who then act out what they think is happening for a live crowd. That live crowd, you're only allowed one person per household to be in that crowd. They have to go back to their households. That's where Mickey Bell is because he's never nominated to go in. And then so it's like whoever lives with Mickey telling Mickey what he saw on stage as translated through the guy on the phone with somebody in the States watching Peacock.
And don't even get them to translate what Roman numeral it is for WrestleMania. That's a whole other ordeal.
Well, they did that once and literally their entire economy collapsed.
For the majority of international viewers, WWE Network will be officially closed for business on January 1st, 2025, as WWE kicks off their multi-year deal with Netflix. In an email sent to affected network subscribers, WWE confirmed the date along with a phrase that has some fans concerned when it comes to archive content. As previously reported, weekly episodes of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT will be available for international Netflix subscribers, as well as premium live events. But when it comes to the archives, the notice stated, quote, many of WWE's top moments along with historic PLEs and select programming will be available on Netflix beginning January 1st. So it's unknown like where the archive.
Right. So Peacock is just turning the switch and WWE is disappearing from that.
No, that has nothing to do with Peacock. That's international people.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're just speaking internationally. Right. Okay.
Yes. So then, when any remaining international WWE networks deal expire, those regions will also need to view WWE content on Netflix. For the U.S. audience, Netflix will offer Raw and anticipated shoulder programming starting in January, with any PLEs and archive content remaining on Peacock. As their contract lasts until 2026.
So we have another 2 years, or until 2006, meaning 1 year up until 2026, or through 2026?
Yeah, not sure.
Gotcha. Okay, so it could be 1 year more of Peacock, or 2 years.
And we could be in the same ordeal where it's like, all right, now where's that library going?
Right.
So
this we have one more year of watch along, you guys. That program will be ending at some point. So get in there while the getting's good. Join us.
That's why you hold on to your DVDs and your Blu-rays and your VHS tapes, everybody.
Did I ever show you that closet? Did you ever open that closet over there?
No, the one. Oh no, what's in that one?
It's just all of my physical media. I like put it in the shelves. Nice.
There's not one wrestling DVD in there.
That's not true. There is a little shelf of them. It's a really little shelf, but it's a shelf.
Yeah.
I have the best in the world. I have Jake Snake, Pick Your Poison.
Mm-hmm.
I have some stuff that one of our fans of the show gave us, like the history of the Royal Rumble and the Hart Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
And then some indie things, I think. I think that's it. Wrestling fans.
Certainty. All right. Well, to our top story, Jake, I know you've been excited. Linda McMahon to be nominated the education secretary in Donald Trump's cabinet.
Fucking idiots. with other fucking idiots.
Well,
An additional fucking idiots.
She's gonna fix that because she's in charge of education.
Fucking idiot.
So you're worried about all these idiots that are teaching
idiots.
our idiot kids.
Fucking
That's why you've
idiots.
waited to have a child, because you're waiting for someone to come in and fix it. Boom. Linda McMahon. Bang.
Who better
Canyon?
to Canyon would have been, you know what? I would have put Chris Canyon in charge of fucking education before I would put Linda McMahon. Let's see. Who better to be in charge of the educational system, which has a history of rewriting American history, than someone whose primary ties is with a company who's consistently rewriting their own history to their viewers?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, this is a match made in fucking heaven.
And I mean, it's all about the future of children, and she's involved in a ring boy scandal that's been going on for years.
Can I tell you? Oh, Jesus.
Win.
Christ. Look at my hair right now. What's going on here? I'm just going to do that for the viewers.
It's because you're excited about Linda.
I look like a fucking cockatiel right now.
Yeah.
You know those birds with the white feathers?
I know what a cockatiel is.
Okay. I didn't know if I said the right name, so I was looking at you to correct me.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's just for you viewers. I had a thought and it just fucking left my brain entirely because of the cockatiel bit.
Yeah.
You
You know who wouldn't have that? Linda McMahon.
Yeah, fucking idiots. Yeah, I don't know. This is stupid. People are stupid. I've never been more happy to not have fucking kids. Like, I know that this sounds doomist. And I know we did a silly bit at the beginning of the show about talking politics on pop culture shows, but like, we're fucked. like this is I know that we're talking about Linda because she's the wrestling connection here, but like the entire cabinet is just filled with fucking imbeciles who like are all being investigated for various fucking felonies and are all being indicted for different shit. Like, we as a country
Stick with what you know.
are fucked. It's so stupid. Like, if I had kids,
Don't you?
isn't
Isn't this network comprised of your podcast network? Isn't it comprised of people you know, people you think are funny or interesting or entertaining? That's what Trump's doing.
No, I don't find anybody funny or entertaining. No, you're right. It's a bunch of people who are gonna fucking kiss the ring, and it's so fucking stupid. Like, to sit up on stage with this dumb fucking orange idiot fucking rapist and be like, yeah, I'm looking forward to what we can do for this country. Like, I would almost respect all of them more if they're like, we're getting all your fucking money, you idiots. Oh my God, we're going to make so much money off of this. We literally are setting ourselves up to just steal all of the capital from the fucking federal government. We have officially stolen America. Yay. And I would have been like, fuck it. You know what? You got it. You're right. If they came out and were like, we fucking got all you dumb rednecks, you dumb fucking hillbillies, we got you, I would be like, you know what? They did it. Like, I would give them kudos.
Well,
it's the pretending.
If it was
that
only
irritates
in the
me.
South and in the hills, that would be nice. But
Listen, no.
It's further than that.
Oh, no. There are hillbillies in New York. There's hillbillies in fucking Maine. There's hillbillies in fucking Washington State. Hillbilly is just America, mostly.
Well, that's not all.
Wait, hang on a second.
Linda's
She can't possibly have two pieces of good news.
Oh, she does. The other good news is Vince and Linda McMahon are currently separated.
Oh no, but they're sweethearts. They met so young and they built themselves up from nothing. They're a real rags to riches success story.
Well, confirming a long-standing rumor that everyone knows who follows wrestling, Vince and Linda McMahon are officially not together as a couple anymore. Laura Brevetti, Linda McMahon's attorney, boy, she must not get any sleep either, confirmed to the Washington Post that Vince and Linda are, quote, currently separated.
Currently, which means there's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance.
Yeah.
It's a real will they, won't they?
Yeah. I'm saying your marriage doesn't have to go through. You can get in there and be a part of that cabinet. Stand up there with the Cheeto in chief. The news was included in a story in the Washington Post published on Linda that was how she was set to join Donald Trump's administration. While Linda and Vince have been married for nearly 6 decades, Dave Meltzer wrote in 2022 that they have, quote, lived largely apart for a long time. Thanks, Dave.
So are you telling me that that she was in that documentary that Netflix made, talking all about the one where all about how he slept with all those other people and how he was sexually abusive and how he was just generally a piece of shit person. And during that time, she didn't go home at night and give him a kiss and say, "How was your interview today, honey?"
I don't think so. I don't know which home.
Shocking.
They might have accidentally shown up in the same home when they have like schedules where they go to.
Oh, do you think it's like a timeshare?
Yeah,
that they have with each other.
Yeah. So here's my idea. Okay,
I'm fucking all ears. I'm excited. What's your idea?
I'm fairly serious about this.
I think I'm less excited now.
I think this could fix a lot of problems.
Okay.
And look, I'm going to be talking a little bit of politics, everybody, and I know I'm really stupid, but bear with me here.
We have hotline calls in a minute here, so you can skip ahead if you're upset. And also, if you're upset, don't listen to our show.
Okay. There's a very popular. I'm not a big reality TV show guy, even though I know we talked about Tough Enough. That's kind of where it ended.
Really, I could swear you're a big Love Island fan.
Yeah, there was a lot of that going on in my house previously, and I was like, nope, I'm good. Here's what I'm thinking. There's a very popular show. It's called Wife Swap.
I recall it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Premise of the show: got two households, changing up things. You swap the wives of the two households. They go to the other houses. Things happen. Who knows what happens, right? Get a little spicy.
Sometimes people are strict. Sometimes people aren't strict.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Okay.
So we got a current separation between Vince and Linda McMahon. That's not good. How can you fix it? You need a break. Sometimes you need a break to just hey, we need some time. Look, we've all seen the footage. We've seen Donald Trump and
his wife, Melania.
Yeah, Melania Trump, who like has the most awkward exchanges of like, I'll kind of give you a kiss on the cheek and move far away, side crab walking away, doing all that shit. It's clearly not going well. She's not showing up to things.
She literally, her attorneys, like the offices of Mrs. Trump put out a letter on her behalf congratulating her husband on his presidential election. Literally, like the former first lady would like to congratulate her husband. Nothing says healthy relationship. By the way, I just accidentally did Trump hands there unintentionally. Yep. I apologize.
You air dicked earlier, so
New York. Fuck everything.
So
I like where you're going here.
She wrote a book, she's got that on her mind. She's doing other stuff, and the home fires aren't burning. He's a WWE Hall of Famer, for crying out loud. He's getting Linda in the cabinet again. Made sense before when Vince was in power and he's doing a favor for clearly his buddy's wife. But now, seems like something else is going on. Seems like that's no longer a favor to your buddy. You did it once. Now it feels like there's something there. There's a spark. There's a fire.
All right.
And, it seems like Melania is constantly shit on. So maybe that works for Vince. Maybe that's simpatico.
But also, like, in reality, I think Trump, I've always said this. Vince is who Trump thinks he is in real life. Like, the guy that Vince is, like, building the empire, having the name, having the popularity up until very recently, like kind of universally beloved, even though we all know he's kind of
outrageous,
right? Totally, and
crazy
and talented. We can never take that away.
Absolutely,
yeah, and also actually successful at the things he sets out to do.
The one thing he said, because the side ventures don't work so good.
But not all of. But he tries them and then he bails on them in ways. But they don't blow up. They go away, in my opinion, at least. Like I think for the most part, he's been He's been a good businessman, though, for the most part
in his industry. Yes,
and I think that's who Trump thinks he is. I think Trump thinks that he's Vince.
Yeah, but everyone has the numbers and goes, no,
yeah,
you're not.
But
what? Let's.
But the point. That's the point I'm trying to make is that Melania. So it's like that math problem. If A equals B and B equals C, then A must equal C. So therefore,
I don't know if that's true.
Melania probably thought she was marrying somebody more like Vince and then realized it was Trump. So maybe that's a match made in fucking hell right there.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing for them.
Think about it. Melania Trump and Vince McMahon having a little side thing going on. Like just put it on Front Street. And then Linda McMahon and Donald Trump, that might just rekindle all the fires and everybody might be good. Happy wife, happy life.
Also, not for nothing, but I love an alliteration. And Melania McMahon just sounds so much better.
That is better.
Yeah.
Linda Trump?
I mean, nothing's going to sound good with that. But
Okay,
yeah.
Linda McMahon hyphen Trump.
Linda, whatever the fuck her maiden name was, hyphen Trump.
Oh yeah, what is Linda McMahon's maiden
I wonder
name?
if she's going to drop
I hope it's Linda maiden name. But goddamn, you were
her last name
trash.
is Lindison.
What do you?
Wait,
make a guess right now.
Okay, all right, let me take. I have 3 guesses.
Okay.
Smokes, Baylor,
Yeah.
and a third one.
She's
For comedy.
in a movie? That can't be. All right.
What's her maiden name?
God, I hope it's not McMahon. That'd be really creepy.
I suppose I could have looked it up on the screen here because I'm so good at the interactivity that
I know you're so good at it.
we've figured it out.
Mm,
Are you failing? Is it just not on our wiki? Like
so-
born?
So far, I'm not seeing it anywhere.
All right, I'm gonna try.
Ah,
Oh, you found it.
I got it.
Okay.
Linda Marie Edwards.
Ooh, Edwards.
Yeah.
That you went. I thought we were strolling and gonna take a nice right down this way, and you took me way down the left path. No idea that was where that was going.
Yeah.
Linda Edwards. That's a tough one. Linda Edwards. To end in a vowel and start with a vowel of any 2 names is always a rough. Linda Edwards, because then the A just disappears.
So you put the Marie in there.
Yeah. Linda Marie Trump Edwards. Linda Edwards Trump. Edwards Trump.
That sounded like you said Edward Trump.
And all right, listen, that's what his nickname is.
I think that could help all kinds of things. I think that could get everybody on the right path.
Great.
Everybody would calm down a little bit. Everyone could just see a new perspective. Melania would get a T-Rex head in the house. That'd be exciting. You know?
I mean, I see no downfall with this other than the fact that America is already in that direction. So it's like, wait, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You started this whole thing by likening it to the reality show Wife Swap.
Yeah.
Will this also be a reality show? Will there be cameras? Will we get
100%.
Okay.
It'll be on the new WWE network.
AKA Trump Network, which
Yeah.
is WWE Network. Oh, wait. Okay. So WWE Network is going away.
This is the TNT.
January. You said January 1st it's going away.
Yeah.
But January 20th, the second Trump is sworn in, WWE Network is actually coming back, but it's going to be the name of the state-controlled television that we are going to have, much like Russia, where everything has to go through the state-controlled media. Like
That's great.
It's going to be WWE Network. It's going to be like Fox News and WWE Network. Those are going to be the 2 channels you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson, Tyrus, and Kane are all going to have a show.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. It's going to be called TKT.
It's going to be called Alphas. Alpha Dogs.
It's going to be called Alphas is the saddest, most accurate guess at what that show would have been called. God, but Rogan would have needed to been in there somewhere for that though.
Nah, because
it's going to be called Cancel This. It's going to be called You Can't Say Anything These Days.
Tucker will call it bow ties and boxing because he still won't understand what pro wrestling is.
Oh no!
Well, don't you guys
right.
box within pro wrestling?
Right. Oh, it's gonna be called
No.
the bow tie and brutes. Oh fuck! I hate that we're coming up with a good idea for these dumb fucks. They're all idiots, and I hate them all.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll get along with you for money.
All right.
Just treat me like Alaska. You can do all the damage you want, but send me a check.
Okay. Hey everybody. Speaking of sending us checks. Patreon.com/PW Palskis. That's where you go to support the program. That's where you go to get the super exclusive patron-only live stream. Also, you don't just have to tune into it live. You get access to all of the live streams through Patreon. So you can go back and you can just watch any of the live streams even after the fact.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's on your time. It's on your dime.
I don't know that we talk about that quite enough, but all of the videos that have ever been videoed are available to you. Please check that out. Once again, current PWP World Champion AJ0314, aka Binary. Next week we will be selecting the December champion. If you'd like to have your name thrown in the hat for future championships, we'll become a patron. Got a lot of fun stuff coming. Stay tuned for some fun changes that are occurring. We're gonna be doing some goods. Speaking of doing some goods, it's time to head over to the hotline. Scott and Arver, say goodbye to the live stream.
My live stream.
747-666-5606. That's the number to the Pro Wrestling Palskis hotline. Scott, now, you want to see what the hotline has in store for us today?
Sure do.
Hi, fellas. It's Cousin Paul giving you a call. My Survivor Series team would be big, meaty men slapping meat versus the tall boys. So the team captain for big, meaty men would be Big E. And then the rest of the team rounds out with Goldberg, Vader, Brock Lesnar, and Bobby Lashley. And then the tall boys, you have Andre the Giant as the team captain with Undertaker, Kane, Big Show, and Kevin Nash. And that would be the Survivor Series that I would book or whatever after your last episode. All right. I love you guys. Scott, I got stuff to send to you. So if you want to send me whatever, I can send you like some old wrestling action figures. I got a pamphlet from Nassau Coliseum. Whatever you want, if you want shit. If you don't, that's okay too. I'll just take it personally that you hate me.
That's my cousin Paul from Long Island. It's a family affair for me everywhere I go. We talk about the cousins everywhere.
A pamphlet?
He has a pamphlet from Nassau Coliseum.
Not a program?
A pamphlet. It was one of those douchebag fucking pro-lifers outside who was like, I'd like to tell you about the abominations of happening in America.
Wow.
Anyways, I think he meant program.
I hope so.
Maybe not. Maybe it's a pamphlet. Maybe it's a trifold. Classic trifold.
Yeah. Shit, maybe you had some assisted living homes that could have been helpful, and here I was looking where I was looking.
All right.
The tri-state area has the best.
So this was reference to our last
I don't
week's-
hate you. You didn't invite me to your wedding, cousin Paul.
Oh, shit. Shots fired.
Come on. And who wins the match?
He didn't say who wins the match. So this was a reference to our last week's episode. If you haven't listened to it, we did dream matches for Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and listen to it. It's fun. We had a lot of fun. It was a very fun episode. And he's doing big meaty men versus the tall boys.
Yeah.
Which there's a lot of crossover here because most of his big meaty men are pretty tall.
Yeah, but they're not tall boys.
You're right. They're not tall boys. I do assume that that there's a Z in, or a Z if you're overseas in boys. I'm a big fan of the boys with a Z, so I hope it's tall boys.
Yeah, because your Hardys and your Dudleys.
Yeah, of course. So he says his big meaty men were Big E, Brock, Lashley, Goldberg, and who else? I don't remember.
Another meaty man
who I've already forgotten about.
Yeah, I didn't jot him down.
Yeah, neither did I.
Oh wait, I think I have a way of looking at it.
And then his tall boys had Andre.
But they're all tall. They're all super tall.
Yeah, Andre, Kane, Taker, Show, and Diesel. Or Nash, he said.
Yeah, yes.
I don't know. I feel like historically booking, the tall boys are winning all 5 and one-on-one matches. Personally.
Which ones are?
That's not true. Kane will be eliminated first on his team.
Why is that?
Because they always let Kane take the pinfall in the Brothers of Destruction where they have to lose. So everybody else is going to survive. Vader. I'm sorry. Yeah, how can we forget Vader?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I feel like Nash's hair flip's going to, hurt him in this one because Vader's going to sock him right in the nose.
I do think Vader is going to hurt all. I think Vader's going to be the sole survivor on his team until he's not a survivor. You love the
sole survivor.
Until he's not a survivor.
You can't have teams of multiple winners.
He's not a survivor. No. I'm saying that team's going to lose and he's going to be the last one eliminated is what I meant to say. Sorry.
Oh, that's not a sole survivor.
Yes, that's not a survivor. That's a last person eliminated.
Yeah.
Is what I meant to say.
So you're going tall boys.
Tall boys have to win.
Because you love Taker and Kane so much on a personal level.
God. You know what? Do you think Kane is pissed he's not also in the cabinet?
Yeah. I think he's 100% pissed that JD Vance is in the spot that he's in.
He's like, oh, goddamn soft boys. I hope he gets shot in a school shooting. It's just the price we have to pay for having guns in America. It's the thing we all have to live by. My name is Kane. I support this message. Fuck you.
I guess I found the thread I won't pull.
Because he thinks that JD Vance is a kid, so he thinks he's in school still. So there's a possibility he'll get shot in a school shooting. That's what Kane wants.
Big Show might do well in this match.
Oh wait, that's right. Big Show will get eliminated second. Kane gets eliminated first. Big Show gets eliminated second.
So you're going.
Also, the entire time Big Show is calling Andre dad, and Andre's like, "Would you stop? I don't like this."
Yeah, and then Kane's going, brother. To
oh my God, there's so many fake relationships on that one team.
Yeah. And Nash is
everybody knows this
he's a
is the
lone
father of Pat McAfee.
because
They look fucking exactly alike. If you told me that that Nash was just like, hanging around one day and Pat McAfee's mom was, backstage however many years ago to Pat McAfee's age, and that he secretly is his son, I would believe it. They look so similar to me. He looks like he could be his son.
I don't.
Pat McAfee looks more like Kevin Nash than
Kevin Nash?
Then the Usos look like Rikishi.
I don't know.
Or
what
any
you're
other
talking about.
father-son connection in wrestling.
I don't see it. I'm looking at side by sides of both their faces right now.
I think they look a lot alike.
I'm not seeing it.
Okay, I think we did this once in the show, and I put it on the screen back when I had the technology to do that.
You have a lot of these where you're like, they look exactly the same.
They look a lot alike. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's that one time where you're like, Taka Michinoku and Awesome Kong separated from birth. We spent 45 minutes on
If
that.
you just put his little front bangs hair wave on Awesome Kong, you would see it. You would really see the similarities.
Yeah, I don't know. McAfee's got some Cro-Magnon forehead. Nash doesn't have that. I'd say sans knows that McAfee looks more like either Rockstar Spud or Triple H. He's got more of those qualities.
All right.
I see no Nashness.
I see a lot of Nashness. I see a lot of young Nash.
God, I see a picture of McAfee next to Adam Cole when Adam Cole had some semblance of size, and
He's still
McAfee
tiny.
makes him still look tiny because McAfee
He looks like he's there for an autograph
is a big
signing.
athlete. Yes, it looks like Adam Cole. Adam Cole looks like he dressed up as Adam Cole to meet Pat McAfee. And go, that one match that you guys had was really cool.
That's really funny.
And that was his wish.
All right. Well, thanks, Cousin Paul. I love you. And cousin, you could send the stuff you want for Scott. You can send it to me. That way we'll make it part of the show when he gets here, and I'll have all the toys and stuff you want for him laid out on his little desk here in the
You
studio.
want to do it that way? Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
That way-
I'm not saying that you
that
can't
way
give him
that
your address, but
he
like
has your address, so you don't.
yeah,
you
he doesn't.
stopped cutting him off.
I have given it to him 6 times already, just hoping he'll send me something. Not a single housewarming gift.
Christmas card, something, please.
Clearly, what a jerk.
Pictures of the children.
Love you, bud.
Hey there, Palskis. This is Spitz of Retribution, and I was just calling to talk about favorite Survivor Series matches. I have to give it to, I forget the year, but it was the time when Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eric Bischoff were the co-general managers of Raw, and it was the 5-on-5 match, and whichever team won was going to be the sole manager of Raw. And it came down to like Shawn Michaels taking on 3 other guys. Oh, and he started to do this amazing comeback story, and it was fantastic, and he busted open, he was bleeding everywhere, and it looked really intense, and it felt really important, because let's be honest, most Survivor Series matches aren't that important. But this one was important. It was very intense, very well done, epic story, and yeah, Shawn lost at the end, and well, really, WWE has to have had their evil manager, so Bischoff had to win, but such a good match, such a good time. I hope y'all are having a great time. Hope you're enjoying Survivor Series. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.
Mass Llama talking about a favorite Survivor Series match of old. I've never seen this match. This is when I wasn't watching, I believe.
Oh, should have had the network.
I don't think the network was around at that point.
Yeah, you could have watched it then. I love this match.
Yeah, you recall it?
Yeah, this was big stakes. It's what he's talking about. There's basically a team Stone Cold and a team Bischoff. Neither one are in the match directly, tagging in and fighting.
Okay.
But Stone Cold's got his team and they're fighting for him.
So they're like
keep power.
They're like out of ring team captains.
Yes.
Got it.
And Stone Cold's team consists of the Dudley Boys with a Z, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, and Shawn Michaels. And then Bischoff's team is Mark Henry, Christian, Jericho, Scott Steiner, and Randy Orton.
There's a lot of talent there. That is Hall of Fame stacked.
Sure is. And let me see. How many of them work in AEW currently? A fair amount. It's great. It ramps up. It's a lot of, it's been on my short list of watch along matches
Oh,
for a while.
Interesting.
And I'm just trying to think of like, when do I do it? I didn't know if you've ever seen it or not. It's, I think it breaks Orton's streak because he had a streak going there for a while of,
Like not losing at Survivor Series
Yeah.
or something? Oh, interesting.
and this is prime time of when, oh no, wait, actually, no,
Prime?
this keeps the streak, I believe. I misspoke. At one
Spoilers.
point, at one point it breaks.
Right.
Well, I didn't say who wins.
His team.
But this is Orton's prime time of, he had gotten knocked out from like in a match with Rob Van Dam. I think he gets thrown into the ring post
Okay.
and hit it legitimately.
Oh, so actually knocked out.
And I think I talked about this on our watch alongs at one point where he clearly then went and watched that over and over again.
To never do it again.
No, to see
Oh.
how he sold
Oh, gotcha.
in
Right,
real
right,
life
right.
because he got knocked out.
Right.
And like, what did that look like? How did my body move?
Right.
Because he's always moved unusually and differently.
Right.
And he sells in such amazing ways, especially at this time, because he's so hungry, trying to be a top
Right.
echelon guy.
And in there with that group too. Like,
Yeah, I got to stand out.
Something
I
to
got to be
prove.
somebody because there's so many of these guys that are just, they've fucking been at the top.
Right.
They've been there for a long time and nobody's letting anything go. Because
Interesting.
this is the late 90s where a lot of these guys were featured main events somewhere.
Right.
And it's like, I want in. I want it now.
Right.
But it's good. It's good shit.
Sweet.
I totally agree with Mass Llama's choice here.
Great shout, Mass Llama. Well, that'll do it for the hotline. Once again, 747-666-5606, or you can send a voice recording on your phone to hotline@pwpalskis.com. It doesn't have to be your phone. It could be whatever you have voice recordings on, I suppose. It could be your iPad, or a non-Apple product. Once again, that's 747-666-5606. Hey, before we go, I want to show you these two pictures. Okay?
Okay.
And I don't know how people can't see it, because I personally think that they look a lot alike. If you said that
You're
was
showing
father
me a
and
photo
son,
of Pat McAfee having a thought, which rarely happens because his mouth isn't open and his eyes aren't wide and googly.
right?
And Nash looking cool,
Sure.
which is a general face that he
Right.
has, but that's not McAfee's resting face.
But
At all.
I don't know. I see, like, they have the same nose from the front. They have the same little tiny, like,
Look at
pucker
any
mouth.
other picture of Pat McAfee where he's
I
just
don't know.
where he looks like a clown.
I guess I
that
have-
doesn't know where the kid's birthday party is.
He's late for work.
Yeah, he's late for work, but yet he's at the house.
I think they look alike. I don't know. I'll post it in the Discord and we'll see who.
Yeah, you're posting the one photo.
That's
where-
I just looked for a picture of him.
look at any. That's not the first picture that shows up for Pat McAfee. That's
All
horseshit.
right. But that's if two people look alike in any way that they look alike, it doesn't mean, yeah, they have different gestures, but they have the faces there.
He's making the face.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, kids. It's time to go. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Once again, please consider becoming a patron. It really goes a long way. Scott, you want to thank our current Patreon Palskis?
Yes, the only show that gives you retribution names as well as maximum male model names for the end of the year. That's it. They're going away after that. We're retooling things and we got big, exciting things to announce. So thank you to AJ0314, aka Binary, aka Matri69, aka the current PWP champ, Alex Pierce, aka Figs, aka Zatoys, Andrew Beeler, aka Pollen Hate, aka Achu Detest, Gilbert Short, aka Goliathon, aka Batal Underoos, Mass Llama, aka Spitz, aka Jakara Lover, Michael Beltran, aka Limestone, aka La Natural, Mike Lucas, aka Hackensack, aka Luge Testicle, Suicide, aka AKA, aka Je ne sais who, Tim Redbeard, aka Blood Fuzz, aka Blue Diffuse, Tom Hader, aka Cupid, aka Cherub, and Tony Griggs, aka Big Griggs, aka Grand Grisois.
Thanks to each and every one of you for your continued support of the program. We very legitimately would not do the show without you. Could not do the show without you. Shan't show. We shan't show without you.
Shinsuke
shows
not do a show up.
shows Amora. Shows no mora.
Yeah, Shinsho not to no shows.
This is borderline racist what we're doing. Just like real close. We're right there. We're right on the edge.
It's WWE ID is what
You
we're
know
doing.
what? WWE ID. Our WWE ID
And that
is
ID
at
stands
PW
for,
Palskis.
I don't know who they are.
All right. Well, you trampled over my little segue there. But yeah, the social media is at PW Palskis on all social media.
Check out the Instagram when you're on the toilet.
Give
some likes.
There's a joke or two there on that page. There's like a fun little blurb.
Yeah. It's like cartoons. It's like the Sunday funnies.
Yeah, it's like Catherine. Wait, was her name? Kathy. I'm really formal with her. I'm not that. I don't know her that well.
Yeah, it's like Kathy Kelly.
Yeah, Catherine.
When you look at her post, you go, "Huh, I think it's funny."
It has the smell of something funny.
That seemed layered.
So any case, find us on the socials. Get on the fucking Discord. Stop dicking around. The Discord's great.
Well, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with digging around from time to time. Then when you're done, Discord it up. Dick around, then Discord. And find out.
You can find the link to the Discord, which is completely free. It's nothing to do with Patreon. It's just there. It just exists for you to hang out and chat wrestling. This weekend, Survivor Series War Games is happening. And I guarantee you it's going to be the best place to be. Not
the arena for that show. Fuck that shit.
I mean, it's just too long.
Yeah.
It's going to go on too long.
Too many.
Wait a minute. Is there no
for that? Too many faces smushed together. I don't like it.
There's just one War Games match though. Is there a women's War Game?
Come on.
There's one.
There's just one War Games match.
I didn't know.
Yeah, there's two.
Oh, I didn't know.
You should watch wrestling.
I haven't. I can't. It's not available on any of the 70,000 fucking services I have.
I know you only watch your Russian TV that's been put
state
into
sponsored.
Your wall.
I need state sponsored television.
You had to mount your own TV for.
I need Putin to okay anything that I watch right until Trump does it, and then in that case, even he has to get Putin's okay. Obviously. Yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Always a blast hanging out with you, the Pro Wrestling Palskis.
Hey, thanks for listening to Dragon Wagon Radio. If you're enjoying this show, check out DragonWagonShop.com and get yourself some sweet merch while supporting your favorite indie podcast network. That's DragonWagonShop.com.
It's Dragon Wagon.